Hey, what's up and welcome. I'm the one and only West Coast King, and welcome back to the Hamburg career, where last episode we finally got back into first place. We were out of it for a little bit, but we finally recaptured that form, won a lot of games last time out, played very, very well, got back into first place. However, only 3 points separate the top 4 teams, so any slip up on our part could see us drop back down the standings just a little bit. On top of that, as you can see here, February, which is what we're getting into now, is going to be a very, very key month for us. We're competing on all 3 fronts: the Bundesliga, the Domestic Cup, and at the end of the month, we get into the round of 16 in the Champions League against Arsenal. That will be the first leg on the 27th of February. So a lot of big games coming up for us. Very, very important games coming up for us this month. Like I said before, I want to try to win everything this season. It's our last year at Hamburg. Might as well go for it, leave it all on the line, and see what we can do. We got a good chance at this thing. I like the team. I really like the depth on this team as well as the starting 11. I think the pieces are in place. It's just a matter of getting the job done. So to start off with today, we have a match on the road against Gladbach. Now, Gladbach usually play us pretty tough. I've been ripped apart by Hazard more times than I'd like to admit. It's not even Eden Hazard, it's his younger brother Thorgan. So either way, we're actually going to simulate this one. They're way down in the standings this season. I think around 16th place. The starters are fully fit for this as well. I expect 3 points from this game, despite it being on the road. Like I said, against a team that gives us trouble sometimes. A 2-1 victory. Oh, but we lost Pulisic. That's not what you want. That is definitely not what we're looking for. Good news, Pulisic is not going to be missing any time. It was only a bruise, so he's back in there for our next match, which is going to be at home against Wolfsburg. In fact, the only change to the starting 11 is that Nicolas Sula is out on suspension for yellow card accumulation. So that means it's time to make his debut. The young center back we picked up in January, Stad, he's going to be in there next to John Brooks in the heart of that defense. The rest of the team stays the same for this one. Wolfsburg has been our bogey team at times. They robbed us of a title in season number 1. I still haven't forgot about that. I'm still very, very salty about it, and I like to take it out on them every time we play them. Sometimes it works out, and sometimes it doesn't. They're a very tough team to beat in FIFA for some reason, so let's get in here. This is an important 3 points for us. Let's go get it done. All right, here we go. Kickoff against Wolfsburg, and it's crazy. They have Muriel, and he is in the starting 11, which I hate to see. And that's the crazy part. They're bringing Lacazette off the bench. I'd rather see Lacazette in the starting 11. I have less problems guarding him than I do Muriel. Muriel just absolutely destroys my hopes and dreams. That was almost the ball of dreams from Jesus. He almost found Pasalic. Look at Stad banging on the wing. Yes! Battling on the wing. I like it, Stad. He's got some great athleticism to him. There's nothing wrong about his athleticism at all. And that brings us on a counterattack. Here's Christian Pulisic. Pulisic is going to have to wait for some help in the box. There we go. Now play. Emery Moore is going to have a move up the wing. Emery Moore's behind one. He's behind another. Gets drugged back a little bit. Now pull back. There's Martial. Oh! How did Castile save that? Comes out for Pulisic. Little stutter. Nicely done, Pulisic. Pulls it in. One more. Beautiful. Oh my god, no. Martial gets taken down in the box. No penalty. Oh, how have we not scored a goal here? We're going to win this game. We're going to win this game. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I hate Wolfsburg so much. I hate them so much. Yes, Brooks. Yes, we got the ball out. Come on. This might be our last chance here. Bobby Wood plays it over the top to Martial, who I've moved out to left mid. Martial is through. Castiles! Are you kidding me? I'm so... What the fuck? How? Oh, that's a great play by Klein. Klein. Oh, and it's cleared away. It's only as far as Yedlin, though. We still have another chance at this. No, we don't, because the ref blows the whistle. Oh, I hate playing Wolfsburg. How did they just come into our house and rob us of 3 points? I have no idea what just happened. All right, you know what? Forget about it. Don't worry about it. You know, I said Wolfsburg was our bogey team, and they proved it once again. We're moving on to the Domestic Cup. I'm going to go with a full reserve lineup in this one just because I think that this team can take out Frankfurt. Frankfurt's way down towards the bottom of the table this season, and this is still a really, really good team that we're putting on the field. I know it's our backups, and we're into the, I think we're in the quarterfinal now? I'm pretty sure we're into the quarterfinal of this thing. Once we get to the semifinal, and we will, we're going to win this freaking game. We're going to win this game. Once we get to the semifinal, then I'll start looking at putting some starters into this team. But for now, still going to be the job for the reserves. All right, here we go. Kickoff against Frankfurt. There's nothing really left to say. We're going to score some goals in this game, and we're going to win this game. We're going to win this game like 3-0. I can feel it. We're going to do really, really well. Oh my God, that was not okay. I'm so confident. I'm confident. We're going to win this game. Bobby Wood out wide. Here comes Christo. You know what? Christo. Nice little spin move. And takes the round one. And Christo. And it's just, I'm going to fire the next shot as hard as I can. I'm sick of these little weenie shots. That's why we can't score any goals. Look how soft this finish. What is that? There you go. Good header win. Lays it off for Mane. Mane looking back for Bobby Wood. That ball is well weighted and in the perfect position. Bobby Wood makes the right run, and finally, the pieces come together for a goal. For the love of God, that shouldn't have been that difficult, but it has been so far. A game and a half it took us to score our first goal today. Woo, it's like pulling teeth sometimes, but finally we got one, and of course, it's Bobby Wood that steps up and gets it. There we go, we've got the lead. All right, boys, come on. Keep defending in there. Oh, no. Oh, Roth, please somebody get the ball out. Roth actually just caught that one. What is Roth? Sometimes I swear he's the next Neuer. Oh, Christo. What a freaking play by Christo. Nicely done. Bobby Wood hammers that one into the back of the net. Bobby Wood has 2 goals. That was a huge play by Christo. I'm going to call him Christo the Redentor. Fuck's sake. Christo Gonzalez. I don't know what's going on anymore, man. I freaking lost it. Who cares? Bobby Wood's got 2 goals. That one was a beauty. No chance for the goalkeeper. This one should be done. There we go. Play that ball forward. We got Bobby Wood. Bobby Wood, does he have enough stamina? That's the only question. He does. He's moving it. He's still going. That's going to be a penalty. I was the only way that ball was coming off of Bobby Wood's foot. I was literally just going to dribble that out of play if there was no slide tackle there. Thankfully, there was. And now Bobby Wood has a shot at a hat trick. All right. And for the hat trick, Bobby Wood, that was a really, really, really shit penalty, if you will. There's no really other way to say that. Thankfully, the goalkeeper didn't move, but that's a hat trick for Bobby Wood, and I'm seriously considering reinstating him into the starting 11 because Martial lately just hasn't been getting it done. I swear, every time I think Martial there's no doubt about it, he's my guy. Bobby Wood bangs a hat trick, and I'm right back in the same spot. And that is the final whistle straight after kickoff as well. And that puts us through to the semifinal of the Domestic Cup, and more importantly, that puts me in quite a pickle as far as first team selection now. Is it Bobby Wood or is it Martial? Honestly, at this point, again, I'm not really sure. All right, so we're back at home now, and we're taking on Dortmund. And if ever there was a team to play to fix your goal-scoring form, for us anyway, it's Dortmund. Earlier this season, we beat them 5-0. Pretty much, we slapped the snot out of them every time we play them. But I can't sim this game because actually they're a good team and they're in 4th place. If I simmed, we'd probably lose. The problem is they play a 3 at the back, which I could absolutely tear apart. So we're going to play this, and Martial is going to score a goal. At least one. Maybe more. All right, here we go. Kickoff against Dortmund. They are, once again, playing the 3 at the back. 2 of the defenders I don't think I've ever heard of before. But, yeah, we'll see how this goes for them. I don't think it's going to go any different than any other time we've played them. I think I said before this game that they're in 4th place, though. Actually, they're tied with us on points, and they're in 3rd place. So, yeah, they're kind of a decent team, as long as we're not the ones playing them. And here we go. There's the ball over the top. Martial. What the hell did Martial just do? Honestly, what did he just do? Now he's worming his way through. Oh, wake up, Pulisic. Holy crap, what a save. Come on, boys. We got to score from that. We got to score those goals. Oh, that's a great ball. That's a great ball to spring us on the counterattack. Through for Emre Can. Emre Can, take that big touch, buddy. There you go. Emre Can, I don't have the player in there to pass it to. Now I do. That's not where I wanted it. That's a good play, though. Pasalic, he bangs it home. I didn't want that. The last two passes didn't go to who I wanted it to go to, but that's okay. That's perfectly fine, as long as it works out in our favor. Usually it doesn't, but that's 1-0. We're 15 minutes in, and it's starting already. We've got the lead. For Can. Can turns. Gives it for Pasalic. Pasalic. Now for Pulisic. Christian Pulisic! Woo! He hasn't popped up much this season, but that was a good one. That was a banger against his former team, and it is 2-0. 32 minutes in. We're averaging a goal every 16 or so minutes here. That's pretty much what I expected. I didn't expect that shot from Pulisic, but that'll do. Wow, that was a really nice finish. Oh, it's just that easy. It's literally just simple passes. Absolutely tearing Dortmund apart. There's the goal for Martial. 3-0. Again, about 15 minutes later, there's the third goal, and finally Martial makes his mark on the game. It's just not worth playing Dortmund. It really, really isn't. I have so much confidence in beating this team. I dare I say, I think I could go in with my worst possible team and still beat them probably like 2 or 3-0. They're just so easy to beat. Here we go. Emre Can's just dribbling forward. Oh, just skates around one. Plays it for Moise Kean. Back in the team. That's why you were out on loan, buddy. That right there is why you're out on loan. He still needs a little bit more polishing. That was a really not a good shot. He's going up against Schmelzer. And he kind of melts him a little bit. Pasalic inside. Moise Kean looking for the turn. Gets the turn. And hits the freaking post. Moise Kean, man. He's had 2 shots in this game. The first one was an awful finish. That one he just missed. There is the final whistle. No goals in the second half. It kind of slowed down a little bit. We had our chances. Moise Kean had 2 really, really good looks. Not good finishes, though. He's a little bit raw still. You need a couple of seasons with Moise Kean to really get him up there. He has, like, potential close to 90, I think, but he's still very, very raw in this team, and it didn't really matter. I just wanted to see what he could do in there. Decided to give Martial a little bit of a rest, and we still came out 3-0 winners. So we have one more game to get through today, and this one's going to be away at Hanover. It is going to be a simulation, but this is a bit of a tricky fixture here. I could throw the starters in here. They're all fully rested and ready to go, and almost guarantee a victory. Hanover's down in 15th place. However, we have Arsenal coming up at the Emirates in 3 days in the Champions League, so I am going to slightly rotate the team a little bit. The central midfielders have been replaced, as well as Brooks in the defense with Stad. And I'm hoping we can get 3 points. We win this game, we go back to first place, which I really, really would like to do before we get back into the Champions League. They should still win. I mean, that attack there, yeah, well, Wallace, wouldn't expect him to score, but okay, we get the victory. The 2 midfielders I brought in actually score both of our goals. Wallace gets sent off. That's fine. I don't really care about that. Ooh, wow, that was interesting. And before we end the day, we're actually going to get into this press conference. I don't usually do press conferences, but seeing as how we're headed to Arsenal, I felt like this is a good time to take the microphone and say a few words here. But actually, it also gives us a chance to see their starting 11. As I'm looking at this, they've done nothing in the transfer window. Literally nothing. That is an Arsenal team. There's no new faces in there, so I'm actually not really all that worried now. But either way, I think we'll go ahead and pick on Arsene Wenger. You know what? He's a pretty easy dude to piss off, so we'll go ahead and talk some shit about him. So that is where we're going to go ahead and end things for today. We have recaptured that top spot in the Bundesliga. We're 1 point now clear of Schalke. We're having a very, very good season. They're not just having a good season. They're just flat out good, I think, this season. You can see they've already played their first round of 16 game down at the bottom right. They've gone to Old Trafford and beat Manchester United 1-0. So they're in a good spot coming back for the home leg. Something I find interesting, though, in FIFA 17, Real Madrid never makes it to the knockout rounds. They never make it out of their group. In their group this year, Lazio took first place. They went undefeated in that group. Monaco came in second place, tied with points on Real Madrid, but I think they owned the tiebreaker on the head-to-head, I think. I'm not really sure because Real Madrid had a better goal difference, but I think it was the head-to-head that was the tiebreaker there. So Real Madrid is not in the round of 16. They're no longer in the Champions League, but Barcelona is still there. PSG is still there. Atletico is still there as well. And I mean, I talk a lot of crap about Arsenal, but they're still a pretty decent team. They win the Champions League a lot in FIFA for some reason. So they're not going to be an easy team to beat, regardless of what I say about them. But we're still looking good. We're still looking good. First place in the Bundesliga right now, semifinal in the domestic cup, and we're into the round of 16 in the Champions League. So still everything to play for in our third and final season here with Hamburg. So that's it for this one. If you did enjoy it, make sure to let me know by leaving a like below. Subscribe if you're new. See when we come back for some more Hamburg career. See ya.